Hey everybody, Arthur here with another unboxing video. Today we have Star Wars The Black Series Dewback, and as you can see, this box is pretty massive, and I ended up getting a steal on this guy when they were on clearance. But on top of that, look at that damage. My buddy Ryan found it at Walmart, and he's like, it's the only one they have, $16, do you want it? And I was like, geez, look at that damage there. So I don't even know if it's complete. I think it is, but I did invest the $16 into it. But let's go ahead and take a look at the back of the package. So we have a lot going on the package. Let's look at the read up. This is number 4. I like the fact that they give you info on the Dewback and the Sandtrooper. And we also get some decent actual posed figure images. Not too bad. And can't forget that it's articulated mouth and tongue and all that good stuff. Because what's a Dewback without an articulated mouth and tongue? But that is awesome. Let's get this bad boy out of the package. This Dewback out of the package looks amazing, and I've been passing on him even when he was first released because I just don't have room for him. But I'm like, for $16 I'll make room. And he comes with a bunch of accessories. He does come with a really cool saddle. It's got like the saddlebags going on there. If we can focus, there we go. Really nice detail, almost like they're a little bit of fur on them. Got the multi-shading on it, looks very good. We got the cracks and stuff in the leather. Looks like a little furry handle or whatever. It just looks good. Bedroll. Bedroll, I think, should have been dirtied up a little bit. That's just my opinion. Got all this nice shading and stuff like that, but we could use a little bit of dirtying, but it's still awesome. Really cool accessory that comes with. He does come with another accessory. He comes with actual rider, which we'll get into details, and the rider's accessories next. But this thing should, as you can see, it has like this gaping hole on its top. It did take a little bit of effort to get that saddle on, but once that saddle is actually on, you can see it fits very nice and snug. There's no gaps whatsoever on this Dewback, on the Dewback's back. But this thing is full of articulation for such a big, and it's actually quite heavy of a vehicle figure. His tail has a little bit of articulation. You can move it, you know, left and right, no problem. A little bit of up and down, nothing too crazy. Really cool little wash going on. Not as much wash on this figure as I would like, because it's all this sculpted detail. You get all this detail, and I just feel like it goes to waste when you just have it looking like a plain solid plastic. But his legs can move pretty much all the way back like so, then go all the way forward. Then he has the rotate right here. He has disc hinge. His feet are on ball, or can pivot, and if I can do it, you can see it. There's a disc hinge right there. And his toes bend. And then on the bottom, he has a big toe that bends. Like, all this articulation in these feet are just insane. Like, last time I saw articulation like with this was my Sideshow Collectibles timber that came with Snake Eyes. That's what this articulation sort of reminds me of. And it continues throughout the front. You know, this one gives you a little bit more motion. There's no disc hinge. I was thinking it could pivot out, but it doesn't. But again, you get the bend right there, rotate. Same with the feet, bend and pivot. Like, all this really good leg articulation, and just like the detail, the claws, all that just looks so good. Pretty plain on the bottom. So you can really make sure his feet stay flat on the ground and everything. Make sure his toes and everything are sitting. You can position them however you want. I love the little harness part. This part actually is a piece, and it flips back up. So you're not worrying about it being laying over this way, laying this way. It actually goes up towards the rider would be. It's got some really nice wrapped up. Got some paint missing there. Like, looks like taped up or something on the actual reins, and the reins actually have the sculpted in detail, like their leather as well. Again, the wash continues throughout. Then we get to the head, and the head is pretty awesome. Again, when you get up close like this, you can just see like the wash stops. It's like, man, you got all this detail. Why'd you stop? They painted the eyes on point. The eye is fantastic. The detail inside the nostril is insane. I love it. Like all this, like it looks really good. Then we get into his jaw. Now, box did say the jaw is hinged, and sure enough, it is. And look at that. Look at that. They get the different pink for like the cheeks. His tongue has a nice wash on it. Teeth could have used some love. He has some very, very clean teeth. Let's bend it up there. Oh, wow. They actually have the sculpted in. The roof of the mouth is all sculpted very nicely. See that? That's sick. How far can this get open? I don't want to break his jaw. Like, I want it open. But then you can also see his tongue is articulated. And the detail on the tongue, it's like painted like it's almost slimy, and it has that nice wash to it. Like, that is so good. So good. His head articulation that I skipped over because I was more focused on jaw. He can, rotate his head. He can look it up and down and all that. Nothing too crazy, but it's It's enough movement that you'd want out of a animal vehicle, and it's awesome. Like, it's so articulated that you can get the articulation so out of whack that you're like, man, I got to spend like 15 minutes just getting them back to where it needs to be. But this thing is beautiful. I thought the land speeder was good. I thought Ray's speeder was good. I think this overall, it doesn't have a hood that pops open and, all that stuff. But this thing I think this is my official first animal vehicle that I think of out of all my figures now that I think about it. But this thing is awesome. Like, this is sort of like why doesn't Hasbro just do Dino Riders? Like, if they can make big things like this, man, imagine having Dino Riders brought back. Whew, that'd be so awesome. So let's go ahead and take a look at his accessory, which is the Sandtrooper. So here we got Poop Smear, Sandtrooper here, and he looks pretty cool. He comes with accessories himself. It's funny that he's an accessory to a vehicle beast thing, and then he comes with accessories himself. So since the Dewback gets a little backpack harness saddle, this guy gets his ginormous backpack that I don't even know what he's doing. Is he trying to combat some ghosts here? It's like it's bigger than a Ghostbuster backpack. It's got like looks like that'd be a filter there. I really don't know what all this is. And if you guys are super hardcore Star Wars fans and know exactly what this backpack is utilized for, comment down below. Let me know. Because, this is a lot of detail and sculpt work, and it looks really awesome. This almost looks like a tube you carry posters in. But, and then you got, this looks like it'd be holding magazines or glow sticks. But it's a really big backpack, and I would like to know if this is just more of a radar / filter so you can breathe through the sand or something. I'm not too sure, but the thing has a lot of detail and it looks great. So that's his backpack. Looks phenomenal. He does come with the iconic like laser rifles, sniper, machine gun thingamajig. So it's a really skinny gun. But I guess if you're shooting lasers, you don't really need a magazine or anything coming out. So then what are those pouches for? I don't get it. And I wish this part actually swung down. If you got it all mounted up there, it'd be cool if you can swing it down and prop it. So you can be like laying up in a desert hill or like a little cave or something, sniping out of it. Then he comes with his beat stick. I guess this is just his long piece of plastic. The details all at the top and the bottom. So you get this little like radar, electric prodding looking end. And then you just get this flat end that is nothing. So it's just flat puck, long plastic, and then you get the radar electric end. So cool. I mean, hopefully he's not using it on the Dewback, but something tells me he's using this thing to keep the Dewback under control. Yeah, this is could have had some wraps on it. Could have done something more than just detail and then plastic. I don't get it. Don't get it. Figure itself. This is officially my first Stormtrooper-esque looking figure. So I have that Snow Trooper because I got him because he looked like a bounty hunter. Oh, I guess I do have Phasma, so I guess that's more of a Stormtrooper-esque figure. But either way, like classic Stormtrooper look. This is my first guy. And he has like the little poop smears that are pretty much dirt smears. Can you get this dirty in armor in the deserts? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure on that one. Like, I can understand maybe this, it's a fabric or a leather pauldron that could get some little bit of dust or something on there. But like all of this, like, did he eat his lunch and it just slopped on his armor? All that up on the head. Like, I don't know. I'm not very experienced with desert environments. I mean, I guess wet sands, maybe. I don't know. You guys comment down below again. Let's see. Let's discuss. Do you think this armor could get all dirtied up in the desert? I mean, I guess. Oh, correction. I totally forgot. He's riding a Dewback, so the Dewback could just be slime or dirt or nastiness from the Dewback. Could be Dewback poo. Definitely could. The helmet is awesome, full of detail, and it's exactly what you'd want out of this. He does get some head rotation in there. Very tight. This figure was a very tight figure. He has a disc hinge in there, so you can really get him to look down like this. Then he can look up like so. So, I mean, he gets some good movement. This is a separate floating piece, so it doesn't really hinder his articulation. Now, going up, his arm does. Like, this piece of armor right here gets caught. That's like as far up as the armor can go, unless it can tuck, but no, it doesn't look like it. And then same with this one. So he can't really lift his arms up. Like, it's just, yeah, it's not like this is gummy. This is hard plastic, so there's no give for this. So he does have bicep swivel that's tight in there. Double jointed elbow, which you would get from a Hasbro figure. Wrist rotation, and he gets wrist bends. And just the whole armor looks great. It feels like armor, like it's a separate piece of plastic laying on there. Especially for like the shoulder and stuff. He does have like a G.I. Joe type of ab movement. There's no waist swivel. So get these arms out of here. Cool. We do get a trigger finger on this hand. I just love just the Stormtroopers look and feel good. I can see why you guys army build them. Like in the hand, this guy feels really good. Then we got the belt. We got more of those little pouches that are not holding any magazines to his rifle, because I don't think they take magazines, at least from playing Battlefront. I think they're all a cool system, so they just sort of use them, then you release the heat so it doesn't overheat. You can do the splits very well. His kicks, see, the armor doesn't get an effect here. He can kick up pretty good. You can do a nice little Spartan kick. Double jointed knees, ankle bend, and pivot, and it's a really nice, solid feeling figure. He does not feel cheap or hollow, which you would think with these, how they're casted or whatever, you would think they would feel cheap and hollow, and they definitely don't. But let me get this guy all geared up. So here we got him all geared up, and it doesn't look bad. He's holding his little animal abusing stick. Hopefully it's not for that, but for some reason he has a gun and he has a stick. I think it's for him to motivate his Dewback. But overall, it's not bad. It's a lot of weight once you put on that backpack, so you really have to, pose him up to where he can balance himself out. Trigger finger looks great holding the gun. I mean, overall, this figure is pretty solid. And then you can get him into pretty cool poses. I mean, you don't have to technically have all the equipment on him. One thing I'm going to tell you is this hand, to get this, I think I almost bent this pole in half trying to get it into this hand. You actually have to go in and bend the fingers back to get this in there because it's hard. Like the hands is not like a really soft plastic or anything like that. So it's just a huge pain in the butt. You stare at the pry it open, fit this in there. And I almost thought I was bent it in half so much that it got like a stress mark, but I don't see it, thankfully. So let's go ahead and get him on his mount. So he can get on it. Again, it's one of those things where you're just doing the splits on him. The legs just don't seem to sit as nicely as I would like. He just doesn't really like sit on the saddle. He just more like I'm doing the splits. Like his butt's not even touching down where he needs to be. So it's weird a little bit. He has a gun. I guess you can sort of tuck it, lay it sideways or something like so, but he doesn't really have spots to put his weapons and he can really only either go weaponless or tuck it all under his butt to be able to hold on to the reins both ways. But as you can see, as I'm moving, like he's just sliding all over the place. Like I just wish it's very awkward looking when he's on there. I don't know. Maybe am I doing it wrong? You guys think am I putting him on there wrong? Am I not supposed to have the backpack on there? Or, and again, like, where are you supposed to put all these weapons? There's like no places like to put stuff. At least with the other vehicles, the speeders and stuff, there was stuff to put the weapons and extra little cargo holds. Like you got these pouches. Why couldn't you add like a little clips on each end that put the pole in or something to clip in the gun or something? Very weird. Very, very weird how he sits. But it works, It definitely works. And I like the Dewback. I do. And I mean, what am I sitting here complaining about? I mean, for $16, I have no room to complain whatsoever. And that really sums up my unboxing and review of the Star Wars Black Series Dewback and Sandtrooper. If you guys like what you saw, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more, as I'm always pumping out content. And I want you guys to make sure you check out Toyco, Toys and Collectibles. Both Facebook groups are down below. One's the community. You can interact with us. You can talk with me. You can ask questions. You can share figures. Just sort of, it's a community of fellow nerds and toy collectors. Like, come on. It's a great community. And then the second one is my favorite. It's the pre-order group, because I love to know what's coming out and I love getting dibs on stuff that saves me from wasting gas. And it also saves me money because the pre-order price is insanely good. So definitely check those out and just join up, check them out yourself. If you don't like them, you can leave, but join up and see what you guys think. And I want you guys to have the best luck hunting, keep on collecting, and have a beautiful day.